Fourth, it's a
Yeah,
first
first
speech.
speech, first speech,
Yes,
yes.
first speech. And objective is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during the club meeting. So timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. A speech title felt like magic, built by logic. TM Paduka Kannan felt like magic, built by logic. Felt like magic, built by logic. TM Paduka Kannan. The stage is yours.
I built it with logic, line by line. But what I witnessed was pure magic. Rise and shine, Gabbys. So before proceeding ahead, I would like to know, is anyone aware about over here about the driverless car or a self-driving cars or autonomous driving cars? Anyone over here? Yes, I could see one hand rise up. Two people who are not on video, if you could at least react. Now, I'm asking these questions because I'm going to speak about my experience with this particular tip today. And I would like to ensure that I don't speak Greek and Latin to you. So just for rest all, maybe you've not heard much about the driverless car, an autonomous car. Okay, a couple more I could see. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, automotive engineer for a very long time now. And I'm an automotive engineer who works on this next generation tech to realize the future of mobility or future of automotive. I'm an automotive engineer who doesn't likes to drive. And when someone asks, give a lame excuse that I'm awaiting for a driverless car or a self-driving car on the road, which I wished it would happen sometime in my lifetime, like in a bucket list. But I definitely never thought that would happen something in the near future itself. What happens if a joke becomes reality? And this happened to me during my first trip to San Francisco last month to attend NVIDIA GTC. It's an AI summit. It's a global AI summit. So as an automotive engineer, I keep track of, such technologies. It's not that something I've not heard. I knew about this already. There are already self-driving cars in San Francisco. And also as an automotive engineer, my organization, we also have a autonomous shuttle. So I do see it in my company, but I've never experienced it on road. So when you see something happening in real life, you're completely spellbound. And my excitement went over the roof. So before going any further ahead, let me show you a video of what I experienced so that you guys also could, see what went behind. So yeah. So just a second. Let me share my screen. Okay. Share. I hope you guys could see my screen. Any yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, all right. So this is a 27 minutes ride which I took from the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. I mean, if you see in the movies, if you people have not gone to San Francisco, this is something you might have seen, that big bridge, hanging kind of a bridge, right? So what came to me was when I was over there, I saw a driverless car right in front of my eyes, and I was like, okay, now I need to travel on this. But what people would expect is, because to build such a kind of a car, it's quite expensive, right? Will it be of same cost? Like, will it be more expensive for me to ride in such one? But what, to my surprise, it was quite affordable. In fact, quite cheaper than Uber itself. So ready-madely, this is called Waymo car, WAYMO. So you have this Waymo account, download the app, and then I booked this ride. So as you could see, so this is the car, and there is a, we call this as an infotainment, and the rear for infotainment, you just need to say yes, let's go, let's get on to it. Everything is autonomous. Okay. So as soon as you come near the car with your app, you just open the doors and then you start the ride. It went through the tunnels. It went through all the slopes. It does the turns. And then, I was sitting in the rear seat enjoying this ride, and my excitement was like, I was like, I can't stop laughing at this when I was riding this for all 27 minutes, actually. And if you could see over here, there are 2.5 minutes videos. I'm giving a shorter version of it. You could see it rides on its own. It could it was able to change the lanes on the road, and it was able to apply the braking based on the car that is previously running before you, and a 360-degree turns as well. It was able to handle, and you could see it was even not only on the outer city but also inside the city, inside the traffic side. And yeah, that's me laughing. And and when it was like seamless, you could see now it's changing lanes, and this is a traffic condition. And what I liked about it is, even more compared to a manual ride, right? It was quite seamless. Like, I'd never felt a jerk or, some sort of a glitch or anything. So it was like smoothly rammed down and smoothly rammed out. Took a sharp turns like seamlessly over here. And uh, and the funny part is, there were two ladies who were just jumped in front of the car, but still the car took note of it. It applied a brake, and that too again seamlessly. And then again it start moving forward. This. So yes, it went through intersections, and finally when it reaches the place, it just says, "Hey, you're here. It's time for you to get down." Right? So let me stop my screen share over here. Right. So experience this after experience kind of a thing, what I felt was uh so I was just not an engineer, but I became more of a believer in realizing what we're capable of when our vision meets our precision, right? This is a Tata Jaguar I-Pace car, which is powered by Waymo technology. And what this car has is, like, you have a lot of sensors around it, like lidar, radar, 29 cameras. And I really look forward for this innovation in India. Conclude, I say it was a tech, or it just wasn't a code, but it was a hope, it was a dream, it was a trust, it was a future on road, and it was magic. Thank you very much.
Yesterday only I read a news about Waymo that it is now contributing 250,000 rides per week in US. That's a lot. Okay, so I am a bit follower of this kind of technology. So yeah, pretty good to see in video. So now let's move on to the next speaker. Speaker number 3, TM Mohan, and the evaluator will be TM Sachin Jaiswal. So I could see Sachin. So Mohan is also on the camera. So let me introduce TM Mohan. Originally from Andhra Pradesh and raised in Hyderabad, now based in Bangalore, he holds a bachelor's degree in business management, 2 years of experience in digital marketing, and now working at Amazon as a senior marketing executive for last 4 years. In his free time, he enjoys traveling, watching movies, and attending webinars of business and merchandising. So let me iterate his project detail. Path is presentation mastery, level 2, project 2. Project name is effective body language. Objective of project is for member to deliver the speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how they use non-verbal communication. Timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title is 10-minute race. TM Mohan, 10-minute race, 10 minutes race, TM Mohan. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Abhishek, for the brief introduction. Let's get back into the our golden era, old memories, old days. Imagine we are a child, our mother giving a list of groceries to get into the kirana store to get all these things. Once we get to the kirana store, we forgot out of 5 or 10, we forgot two things. Instead of salt, sometimes we bought sugar, sometimes tomato paste, we got something different. Then again, we get back into the home. Mom starts scolding on us, again debating. Then again, go to the kirana store. Bhaiya, please return deno or wapas de dena. We used to request. There is a lot of debates. This is a fun memory. And also, whenever the occasions comes, cousins comes to our family, to our home, then mother says to please go and can you please go and bring the drinks like that. We used to fight with brothers or sister. You can go, please, you can go. But do you think all these are very good memories? Going further, it will be welcome to the world of quick commerce. How many of you having those kind of memories in childhood? Anyone? I think everyone having those kind of memories. Please raise your hand. Thank you, folks. How many of you are using quick commerce? Are you aware about the quick commerce? Anyone raise their hands? Thank you, guys. So it's been 3 years. The quick commerce is expanding too much. It just started. The Zepto CEO just started with a WhatsApp group with only groceries. Now it is expanding to the all the categories. What not? Vegetable, fruits, electronics, TVs, washing machine, fridge, everything getting in 10 minutes. Mobile, including the Airtel SIM is getting in 10 minutes to our home. Urban Club providing the services in 10 minutes. Food, Swiggy, Zomato, everything is getting in 10 minutes. So Zepto and Blinkit, they are having a close to every day 5+ like orders every day. The dark stores, they are having a close to 700+ dark stores in pan India metro city levels. Their target customers are who folks are earning huge amount and corporate folks. These are the target customers. And apart from that, the dark stores, there are huge market competition. Big basket started. Reliance also started entering into quick commerce. Even Amazon. I was part of the quick commerce project, so I know the this race how it is going to happen in the future. Heavy competition, beating very competition. So we just entered in the Bangalore with 4 to 10 pin codes. Within this year, we are entering the 4 cities, like 300+ dark stores to getting into the race. If you look into this, mostly thing, there are some research service I read personally. It's very interesting. Imagine a kid's mother of 2 kids. She's very difficult to go to the outside kirana store, some market to get the milk products or baby products related to feed them. It is very difficult. No one is there. So for them, it is very good to quick commerce ordering Zepto or Blinkit, whatever it may be. And imagine like old elderly people's like they need medicines. So for them, it's very due to the summer, it is very difficult to go out. If they are staying in the gated community, they need to take the vehicle outside and park somewhere and where. This is a huge time and traffic time also, road. This time also they can invest in the family spending, friend spending. This we can do it like alternative ways. And the quick commerce also expanding not only India, it is like Dubai, Singapore, abroad. It is expanding like evolving next level. The market is like huge market is there. The huge competition is there. So due to this, what we can like now how do we the race like the more competition the catching the reviews are mostly the repeat visitors the most these competition now they're looking at how many the customers are repeating buying and what is the average order value. These are the key metrics who are taking into this. So once the customer entering into the app, once the customer order any product, so it will the trigger the near the pin codes. So whatever the near the pin codes, so then the delivery guy has to pick the order from the within 1 to 2 minutes, then you need to deliver it. This is how the quick commerce story works. Anyone would like to share their quick commerce any short journey? Anyone? Okay, thank you guys. So each and every technology there is a pros, there is a pros and cons. So get back into the technology, get back to the summary conclusion. Each technology there is a pros and cons. The only thing is how are you using, how are you utilizing the technology. For social media also there is a pros and cons. If you use the technology in the right way, we can earn so much, we can gain the knowledge. In the similar way, if you look into that quick commerce, pharmacy is a very good way. Ambulance services we are getting in 10 minutes. These are the really good part of services. If you look into there are something like we are becoming very lazy for everything we are ordering the online. Even the foods also we are getting in online within 10 minutes. They switch startup, they started food delivery 10 minutes. Don't you think like the food will be like old storage food, but be yesterday food that we eating? It is very difficult to believe, right? Like groceries is okay to getting in 10 minutes, but ready-made food within 10 minutes, very difficult to, we might be face some health issues. So it might be, we should be very careful on this quick commerce thing. So I should not telling them not to buy. It depends upon the emergency. There are corporate folks. We are getting offices late morning. We need to be prepared at the morning 8 o'clock. So instead of going there and things before earlier, we are planning a market like everywhere, like monthly shopping and everything. Nowadays, whenever you are playing, just adding the cart, whatever it may be, you can just. If your mom is saying like. When you go to the milk packet means you're just ordering is there in outside the door. That's how the future is evolving. So the market is current market, if you look in that 5 to 6 billion, it is expanding 30 billion the quick commerce by 2030. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Mohan, to give the scenes, all the scenes going behind the quick commerce, the next phenomena in the e-commerce or quick commerce industry. Now let's go ahead with the fourth speaker. Our fourth speaker is TM Shilpa Reddy. Can I see her on screen? Okay, and then the evaluator is TM Renu Kaushal. Can I see her presence?
I'm there.
Okay, you are there. So let me introduce TM Shilpa. So Shilpa is an image consultant and a soft skill coach by profession. She is from Hyderabad and believes in making a positive difference to people around. Let me iterate her project detail. Path is effective coaching. Level 1, project 4. Project name is evaluation and feedback. Remember, this is second speech after getting the feedback. So she will apply the feedback in this speech. And the objective is to practice applying the feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. Timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The speech title is The Power of Showing Up. The Power of Showing Up, Shilpa Reddy, TM Shilpa Reddy, The Power of Showing Up. Stage is yours.
Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Now, are you wondering why am I sitting and giving the speech? Who all are wondering? Raise your hand. Okay, I see just 3, 4, 5. All right, great. I am wondering why you all not on camera to watch me so that I can stand and give the speech. Okay, asides, let me tell you a story. You know what? A few years ago, I signed up for a 10K race. I wasn't a runner, not by any stretch. In fact, I've never even ran more than a few blocks without questioning all my life choices. But something said, try. And so I did. I bought the shoes, downloaded a training app, and committed. The first few runs were very rough, trust me. Well, imagine a giraffe learning to walk in very slow motion uphill. You know, that's how funny it was when I started the first few runs, very rough. But I kept showing up. And one cold morning, I remember it was, third week of my running, I just didn't want to go. My motivation was low. It was a lazy morning. And I thought, no one will know if I skip this one. But then I remembered something my coach said. Showing up is 80% of work, and the rest takes care of itself. What did my coach say? Showing up is 80% of the work and the rest takes care of itself. So I laced up my shoes and ran, not very fast, not gracefully, but I did it. How I can do it. That day taught me something very powerful. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start somewhere to be great. So, why does showing up matter? We show up to that first Toastmasters meeting terrified, yes? Yes. We show up to our first job interview, nervous, less qualified, thinking that we are disqualified. I remember my first interview. We show up at the gym, even though when we are sore from the last workout. That's when something magical happens. Because consistency builds confidence in us. You know, being repetitive in the things, what you're supposed to do, makes you resilient. And your presence, just being present there, you don't have to do anything, just start being present there. It builds progress and eventually you'll start becoming great. Wait there. Now, showing up doesn't mean being perfect. Okay? Just showing up. Let's be honest, okay? Some days showing up means brushing your teeth and answering an email. That's all. That's all. And some days cooking only breakfast, not cooking lunch or dinner. Some days doing only half of your job work and not rest of the day. But it's okay. But because we showed up, what matters is the intention, the effort, the habit of honoring your goals even on those messy days. Yes? So here is what I have learned from simply showing up. First point. Momentum matters more than motivation. What does it mean? Motivation is fleeting, but then momentum comes only when we act. Second point, what I have learned from showing up is you get braver, not because your fears disappear, but because you learn how to handle those fears by showing up. See, every speech you give, every run, every difficult conversation that you have with your friends or loved ones, it adds to your courage bank and it gets bigger and bigger day by day. Your future is shaped by your present choices. I agree. I strongly believe in it. Who believes in that? Your future is shaped. Yes, your future is, I see a few hands, because future, my dear Toastmasters, is watching you and they are grateful you did not quit. So fast forward, coming back to my running story, I ran that 10K. I didn't win any medals, but I crossed the finish line. And what did I do? I smiled all day because I knew I showed up. So let me ask you, what's your 10K? Do you have any of that sort? What area of your life is showing up, is waiting for you to show up? However it is, it can be imperfect, but then wholeheartedly. Whether it's public speaking or a passion project or anything related to your personal growth, start. Start small. Start scared, but just start. Because the power of showing up is you prove to yourself over and over that you are worth the effort. Now, why am I sitting and giving the speech is because of a health issue. So pardon me, but you better show up in all the meetings. Thank you so much. That's my time.
Thank you, TM Shilpa Reddy. What a nice motivational speech. So timer, is there any disqualification till now?
No disqualifications.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Now our next speaker is TM Sravan, and evaluator is one of our guests, Manoj Nair. Can I see TM Sravan on a screen?
Yeah. Uh, Toastmaster Abhishek, am I visible and audible to you?
Yes, you are visible and audible. And can I
Just,
see guest Manoj?
just for your information, I have logged in from two devices because there is an audio issue with my laptop. My camera is working on my mobile, and my video is on my laptop. My camera is here, and you all are here.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for letting us know. But can I see guest Manoj?
I'm there.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, let me introduce TM Sravan. Sravan, an experienced IT professional, specializes in regulatory compliances and IT system governance, driving efficiency and compliance in the life science industry. Beyond work, he is passionate about Vinayasa yoga, self healing, and music, and is currently pursuing a master's in yoga with a keen interest in human and animal behavior psychology. So his project details are as follow. Path is visionary communication. Level 3, project number 2, project name connect with your audience. Objective is the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. Timer, please note the time duration is 5 to 7 minutes. A speech title is A Mirror of Our World. TM Sravan, A Mirror of Our World. A Mirror of Our World, TM Sravan.
Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest, I was sleeping in the morning, and one fine morning, I was sleeping. The alarm was ringing with Suprabhatam, where MS Subbulakshmi was singing that. It was reaching my ears, and it was like, "You dirty fellow, wake up." She was scolding me, "You dirty fellow, wake up." Then I woke up. That was the day where 5K run was scheduled at Kaban Park. That morning, I ran to Kaban Park, and I reached the Kaban Park. So the morning walking was initiated. While I was walking through the park, I have observed an interesting thing. The sunlight was filtering through the leaves, birds were chirping, and there was a quiet peace in the air. But what if I told you that beneath my feet, an invisible conversation was happening? That the trees standing quietly around me were whispering secrets, sending warnings, and even nurturing one another. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, with that note, I would like to tell you a happy morning to all of you. Here, I invite you into a world that mirrors our own more than you could ever imagine. The secret social network of trees. We often think of trees as solitary beings, isn't it? Strong, silent, and still. But in reality, they are part of a complex, interconnected community. Some scientists have even called it the wood wide web. Just as we use the internet and social media to share information, trees use an underground network of fungi called mycorrhizal networks. You know that? Do you know that? Let me break it down for you. Tree roots are wrapped in these teeny threads like fungi in exchange of sugar from the trees. The fungi extends their reach into the soil to absorb water and nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen. The trees struggle to access on their own, but the magic doesn't stop there. These fungal highways connect not just one tree, but entire forest. Isn't it amazing? Through these connections, trees send chemical signals to each other. For example, when a tree is attacked by pests, it releases chemical distress signals through the air and also sends warnings underground through underground. Neighboring trees pick up those messages and prepare by producing defensive mechanism. They produce chemicals like bitter tannins to make their leaves less appetizing. It's like a group text among forest friends. Hey, aphids incoming. Time to armor up. Come on, get ready. So that is a kind of communication they do. But it goes deeper. Some trees are like mothers, what scientists call mother trees. These elderly support these elder trees support the younger trees by funneling nutrients to them through the fungal network, especially when the saplings are in shade and struggling. They recognize which seedlings are their own and prioritize them. Yes, trees can recognize their own children. Do you believe that? And when a tree is dying, it can send its remaining trees into the network, giving back to the community before it fades, like a final act of generosity. Isn't that what we do in our own human networks? We build communities, support the young, care for each other in times of crisis, and pass on our legacy. Here, I would like to analyze the forest is not a competition like human beings. It's a cooperative, and in that, it holds up a mirror to our world. Think about it like trees, we thrive in connection. Our health, happiness, and even survival often depends not on standing alone, but on standing together. In a time when our world feels increasingly disconnected with the digital noise, conflict, isolation, perhaps we can learn something from these quiet giants. They don't just grow, they listen, they support, they protect, they remember. So, next time you walk through any park or pass through a tree on a sidewalk, take a moment. Beneath that bark is a being engaged in community, one that whispers through roots, that gives and receives, that lives not alone but together. If trees rooted in place and without voices can build networks of care, then so we can. Because perhaps the forest is not just a place of nature, it's a mirror of our better selves. Can you just relate it to the incident which happened a couple of days ago? The forest has done nothing. All of us, love to go and visit a beautiful places called Kashmir. But being human beings, we are fighting each other. But the trees and plants are connected together for a cooperation. Is there any lesson we can learn from these trees, the nature which is teaching us we are fighting for the water, which is not nobody owns, either India owns or the Pakistan owns. It's a nature, but we are fighting among ourselves. Let the legacy of human race continue with love and affection. With that, over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sravan. Now let's move ahead with the speaker number 6. Our speaker number 6 is Samita Kar, and the evaluator is one of our guests, Anna Jurisova. Can I see her? Okay, Samita, I can see her screen. Can I see Anna's presence?
I am here.
Okay, thank you. So let me introduce TM Samita Kar. Samita is a Triple Crown Award winner and currently blazing through her third pathways and a regular representative of her club at area level contests. She began her professional journey as a teacher, rose through the ranks to become a school principal. Now she is a dynamic soft skill trainer, helping graduating students sharpen their confidence and polish their communications. An avid storyteller and passionate traveler who has her suitcase full of stories, be it visiting the tombs in Egypt or the ruins of Nalanda. Wow. Let me iterate her speech, her project details. Path is motivational strategy, label Pathbreaker, project number, okay, I missed her. Okay,
There is no project number.
okay,
This is a path.
Pathbreaker, okay. Project name, reflect on your path. Objective is to reflect on their growth during the completion of an entire path. Timer, please note the time duration is 10 to 12 minutes. So you will show the green card at 10, yellow card at 11, and red card at 12. The speech title is Can You See and Hear Me? TM Samita Kaur, can you see and hear me? Can you see and hear me? TM Samita Kaur. The stage is all yours.
Hello. Am I audible? Am I visible? Am I audible? Please show a thumbs up. This is the life of an online Toastmaster. Always wondering in this box, how can I present myself? And so my journey started in the Toastmaster. And lo and behold, before I knew, I was on my third path. How many of you here had joined Toastmaster to learn to speak? Let me see with the rise of hands. Can I see some hands? Yes, to speak. Yes. And then what happened? When we started speaking, we had to learn vocal variety. We had to learn role play. How? Where? And then body language, micro expressions. It went on and on. The casual speaking experience turned into something really different, which made me a better person. The first step was the icebreaker. Now, since already twice I had introduced myself, it was a hurdle to be. How am I supposed to reintroduce myself? Putting my thinking cap on, I thought, let me divide my life into decades. Yes, I have enough of them. And then the takeaway of each decade. After writing, I reflected. Wow, I never saw my life in this light before. The next came the other speeches, one by one. In evaluation and feedback, I wrote a speech, a story that was very close to my heart. It was about writing on paper with the help of penmanship. It was a good story, but the feedback that I got was it did not connect with the audience. What was the audience takeaway? This made me think story is good, but the takeaway was not. Again, connecting with my mentor, talking it out, finding out ways, writing, rewriting, and rewriting it again. After the fourth draft, the fifth one, I myself looked at it and felt, Wow, it is so good. Why didn't I think of it before? It felt as if I had a lump of stone in my hand, and these evaluations helped me polish it till it became a shining diamond. This helped me in thinking in different ways. How each story can have a different way of being presented. Then came the table topic section. Like all others, I'm sure when someone else speaks, don't you feel you have all the points in your mind? You could have given a better 2 minute speech. Do you feel so? Let me see with a smile on your face. Do you feel so? I definitely feel so. But when it comes to me, yes, the topic, I don't know where those points disappear. And 30 minutes into what I am speaking, I'm wondering, what am I speaking about? I go sometimes blank. But still, I take up these table topics. How bold of me, isn't it? During one of these table topic sessions, there was a topic, if you get $1 million, what will you do? Now, in my head, I had that list prepared. I'll do this. Checklist was ready. This topic went to DTM Saurabh. He started with, no one has ever given me a single dollar. Why should I dream of having $1 million? Okay, this was an innovative approach. I started thinking how to approach topics, even table topics, in a different way. Give it a different twist. Make it more interesting. By appearing for these table topics, what has happened, I can speak on any topic for 2 minutes. I can sum up any conflict within 2 minutes. Imagine the plight of my poor husband, who is not a Toastmaster, when the so-called disagreements we have, and I reply back with a crisp 2 minutes comment. Wow, I love it. Next came the role taking. I had already finished 2 pathways. I was ready. I wanted to take up roles. I became the VP membership. All these while that I was attending the Toastmasters Club, I had some idea that a lot of work goes on beyond the scene to make these meetings appear so seamless. But when I went down, those WhatsApp chats, those furious messages, and how much work it took, actual work it took, is the experience that I had. I have 2 lovely fellow members with me, that is DTM Nancy for one of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and DTM Renu. We 3 are a group. We work hard and we have fun also. But today I have experienced what exactly it takes to message each one to answer. When I was a new Toastmaster, that one message, are you doing okay? Do you need some help? Felt more connected to the group. And that is what I was doing now as a VP membership. In the life of a Toastmaster, things come one after the other. And so came the ISC. Last time when I appeared for ISC, I was last of all the members that had participated. So this time I thought that what will I do? I will take the same story, polish it, and make it better. And so I did. And I was eligible for the area contest. Area contest? I'm an online Toastmaster. I have never been on a physical stage before. I flew down to Bangalore. Looking at the stage, one thing I realized, the fear was here. The stage, how to cover it, what to do, how to do, was here. I started preparing myself, delivered my speech, I was a podium finisher, but I did not get the chance to go to the division level. Doesn't matter. There's always a next year, right? Next year, not only division. I will try my level best to go to the next level. That is what I had learned from this. Outside Toastmasters, my journey had become much better. I teach the college graduates their communication skills and workplace skills. Today, I find they connect better. Today, I don't think will they like it. I know I have something to share with them, which they will love. This is what I have got from Toastmasters. During this journey, what I had realized was that Toastmasters did not only allow me to speak better, it helped me to listen better. It helped me to understand better and become a better version of myself. Now, the freshly minted toasters or the new Toastmasters or not so new Toastmasters. One thing I can assure you, when you get an opportunity, pick up a role. I was very frightened to pick up the roles. I loved speaking, but picking up role was not something I was very confident. And then BPE, Toastmaster Sudharma, she used to give me a list. When do you plan to give your speech? When do you plan to take your roles? 15, 20 days in advance. And once I said yes to that, I had to follow through. The timer role and the R counter, I found it very difficult. Active listening is required. And so I have committed, I had to do it, and I learned. Please take up roles. If your first speech is messy, no, it doesn't matter at all. You are not giving a Bollywood audition. If you are not ready for the role, go for it. You know what? It is more like that fermented food. The more you do, the better you become. If you are wondering, should I start? Definitely. Look at me, a better, confident, and empathetic listener. All this because I delivered speeches, I took up roles. Today, if I have something to offer and give to Toastmasters back, that will be my mentoring. I would like to mentor students to become speakers as I have. Let them start their journey. I will definitely take up more roles. You never know. I might be the next media director. Life is unpredictable, isn't it? I will definitely start the next pathway because believe it or not, Toastmaster is like Netflix, on autopilot, one after the other project comes up. And I love delivering that. If any day you are feeling, should I or shouldn't I? That thought process going on in your head, it still does for me. I believe in only one thing. In this 5 to 7 minutes, if you can make people laugh, cry, think, you were a winner. Both. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Samita Kaur.
Standing ovation for her, please.
Yes. So we are on the time. So now we will go on a break for 5 minutes, short break. And we will come back by 11:13, and we will start the evaluation of each speaker after that.
So what time you said back? 11:30.
13,
30.
Oh,
11:30.
5 minutes.
Just will be back in 5 minutes. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So 2 to 3 minutes. You will show the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. Now, TM Rahul, it's yours.
Thank you for that wonderful intro, Toastmaster Abhishek. Can you please spotlight Toastmaster Vipul as well? Okay, thank you. Timer, can you start the timing now? Okay. Toastmaster Vipul, this was your first speech, right? An icebreaker. But yet it didn't feel like it was your first speech. The way you spoke was very mesmerizing. You had very good pauses, and it had a rhythm to the way you speak itself. I was very surprised to know this was your icebreaker, first of all. Apart from that, you had a very good vocabulary, a good hold over the English language, which was very surprising because usually in the first icebreaker speech, people kind of tend to slur or kind of get a little distracted. But you did none of that. You were very consistent and you were very confident in what you spoke. Also, you also had a good transition of a story. When you said that, you started off as making memes and later you went to meditation. It was a good transition. It was a good icebreaker speech and I enjoyed that. Apart from that, you are also pretty much able to express yourself during a speech. I know that was one of the questions or one of your let's say problems that you said that expressing yourself is something that you find difficulties with. But I can already say that you already started your first step and you were able to express yourself. So kudos to you for that. And I can also relate to you when you said that you said that you have issues when you say people when telling people no and without them getting hurt or getting offended. I can tell you from my experience that as you keep giving your speeches and as you get comfortable in your own skin, you'll be able to say no and it'll be less offensive than before. This is from my experience itself. But overall, it was a wonderful speech. And the only thing which I can keep or give you a suggestion is keep on giving more speeches. And I would definitely love to hear from you a lot more because I can clearly say that the way you spoke was very confident and you're already in the first stage of giving speech. And apart from that, as you keep giving your speeches, you'll get better and better. And eventually, you will be able to accomplish all your goals. Just to sum it up, let me say that you had a good transition, a good vocab. There was no stutter. You had very good confidence when you spoke. Also, you were able to express yourself very good. And only thing which I will give suggestion is that keep giving more speeches. So you get over that fear and you can express yourself more and you have better, more tonality and more expressions in your speech as the time goes on. That would be my evaluation. And thank you, Toastmaster people. And I'm looking forward to your forward speeches. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evaluator TM Rahul. So let me go to second evaluator. Our second evaluator is TM Ashwini. Can I see TM Ashwini?
Yeah, Toastmaster Abhishek, I'm here. Actually, my laptop has gone into a problem, so my video will be off. Yeah, but I'm here.
Okay. Okay. And the speaker is TM Paduka Kannan. Zoom moderator, please spotlight these two, TM Paduka Kannan and Ashwini. So let me introduce TM Ashwini. Ashwini is working as a manager for corporate partnership at Impact Group. She expertly blends strategy and creativity to drive meaningful impact. Outside of work, Ashwini is a passionate chess enthusiast and loves immersing herself in thought-provoking podcasts. She has joined Toastmaster to refine her communication skills and connect with inspiring individuals like all of you. So, Ashwini, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. Good morning, all of you, and good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Paduka Kannan. So happy to see you back with Gabbys and delivering speeches. Toastmaster Paduka, congratulations on that, firstly. And on the topic, felt like magic, built like logic. Wow, that's a very thoughtful topic, I should say. And you started off with great energy. Well done on that. And in the initial speech, in the initial part of the speech, you had a good engagement with the audience with the questions. So that made all of us come back to the meeting, be attentive to listen to the speech, right? So coming back to the suggestion, since you're a seasoned Toastmaster, I want to talk more on the suggestions or the challenges I can give you for the future speeches, right? So, Toastmaster Paduka Kannan, I want to just highlight this that in the speech you delivered today had a lot of filler words, and me having seen you giving speeches and handling meetings, that was bit upsetting. I know there are a lot of reasons for that. Please do work on getting the filler words, less as much as possible. And the second thing I felt was you had a lot of repetitive words. So, particularly, you are mentioning that you are an automotive engineer almost 5 to 6 times in the speech. Because in the when you spoke about yourself, you're already set the ground saying you're an automotive engineer, right? So we all know that you're an automotive engineer. So you repeating that kind of was disturbing the speech. It was not very hygienic. So the third suggestion for me, I felt was the speech did not have a flow. It was kind of all over the place. I felt more than a speech, it was a TMOD session where you're explaining as the topic. So since it is an evaluation, what do you say, project, so the speech should have a proper flow so that you can work on your speech, the speech accordingly later for the second speech, right? So this is my suggestion. So to challenge yourself, Toastmaster Paduka, please structure your speech well, and please do practice your speech more so that you can reduce on the filler words. And yeah, overall a good speech with good great energy. If you can work on reducing the filler words, the repetitive words, and getting the speech flow right, you will be on the track. So with that, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to evaluate your speech. I'll hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, TM Ashwini. Now let's move ahead with the third evaluation. Our third evaluator is TM Sachin, and he will evaluate our third speaker TM Mohan. So Sachin Jaiswal is a finance professional with over 23 years of experience across IT, healthcare, biotech startup, retail and e-commerce, and FMCG sectors. He is a chartered accountant and an alumnus of both IIM Bangalore and Columbia Business School, currently serving as a chief financial officer at Aja Fashions Private Limited in Mumbai. He oversees global finance operations for the United States and India. So now stage is yours, TM Sachin Jaiswal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, and good morning, everyone. Talking about Kirana stores.
Sorry, Sachin, we are unable to hear you. Seems. Can you please start again?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, please start.
Yeah. So, congratulations, Toastmaster Mohan, on delivering your L2P2 speech. I loved your speech and the energy with which it was delivered. Toastmaster Mohan, you spoke about the Kirana stores in the beginning and the difficulties faced by your mother in getting the stuff from Kirana store. We all connected with you when you asked the question, how many of you have those childhood memories? Well done. Then in the body section, you spoke about the world of quick commerce, its benefits in saving time. You also explained how quick commerce works and reflected the disadvantage of quick commerce as it makes us lazy. Very well done. What I liked about the speech was the questions that you have asked to connect with the audience. You asked three questions and you connected the audience very well. The cherry on the cake was the data point that you have given about the size of the quick commerce market, which will grow from $5 to $6 billion to $30 billion in 2030. Well done. This shows that you have done quite extensive research on the subject, which is really commendable. You concluded your speech with giving the data of quick commerce market. Now, some of the commendations. I'll evaluate you on the parameters. The first one is clarity. I would like to give you the score 5 out of 5. You spoke with a lot of clarity. Then on the audience awareness, again, I'll give you 5 out of 5 as you connected well with the audience by asking the three questions. Comfort level, I'll give you 5 out of 5 as you are very comfortable with the audience and very confident. Gestures, again 5 out of 5 as you used your hand very effectively throughout the speech. There was a rhythm in your speech and you maintained the pace very well. Now, some of the recommendations on vocal variety, I would like to give 3 out of 5 as you could have done much better, as you could have also modulated the tone of your voice while asking the questions. You could have changed the tone of your voice to make it more effective. Then unintentional movement, I will give you 2 out of 5. I saw your chair was moving a lot, which could have been avoided. And the best way was to stand and give a speech. Then on the eye contact, I will give you 3 out of 5. As I found sometimes you are looking on the top and not looking at audience eyes. So you have to look straight into audience eyes to have a more connect with the audience. And persist with a clear message, which could have stayed with the audience and would have taken your speech to a different level. Overall, a nice speech. Looking forward to hear more speeches from you in future. All the best, Toastmaster Mohan Rao. Thank you. Over to your Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, sir. Valuable feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sachin, for a nice evaluation. Now we will move to fourth evaluation. Our fourth evaluator is TM Kaushal, and she will evaluate our fourth speaker, TM Shilpa Reddy. So I can see Renu Kaushal on screen. So Renu Kaushal is a passionate learner from Mohali. In last 3 decades, she has not only pursued career as software engineer, but also pursued her family as a homemaker as well. Currently, she is pursuing a career in soft skills and post training. So now stage is yours, Renu Kaushals. Shilpa is also on the screen and timer is also
Yeah,
on the screen.
yeah. I see my video has been switched off by the host. So, am I audible? Yeah,
Yes, you are audible.
yeah. Thank you, host. Okay. Good morning, Shilpa. Your the title of the speech, "The Power of Showing Up," was truly very inspiring, and I could see an immediate connect with the audience. As for your pathway and the level one that you are currently pursuing, the purpose
Sorry,
of the level
Renu,
one is for learning the
your voice
fundamentals
is
of the
breaking a
pathway.
lot.
Is it better now? Is it better?
Yes, can you start again? Timer, please reset the time.
Just allow me to change my network. Will that be fine?
You can go ahead with the fifth evaluator meanwhile. We'll come
Oh,
back.
Okay. Let's go ahead with our fifth evaluator. Our fifth evaluator is our guest TM Manoj Nair, and he will evaluate our speaker TM Sravan. So I will request our guest Manoj to introduce himself as I don't have his intro. So can you please give your intro, TM
Yeah, I
Manoj?
mean, I'm an IT professional by experience and have a couple of years of experience in Toastmasters. That's pretty much me.
Thank you, TM Manoj. So now you will evaluate speaker TM Sravan. He is on screen, and also timer is on screen. Now stage is yours, Manoj.
Very good morning to everyone, and Toastmaster, the Toastmaster Abhishek, and in particularly my speaker, Sravan Kumar. Mind of the world. What a reflection story is that? The reason why I really like this fascinating story about yourself, Sravan, is that because I'm also a nature walker as well, and I like to walk in the woods, and I'm also a bird watcher because that gives you a solitude of mind when you are in the nature, when you're in the woods. You know, you have the kind of connections between the tree, and you brought it into the screen here today. And I was with you in the journey of having a kind of a talk with the forest, a talk with the kind of a tree. And you also use so much of great analogies, you know, in this one, because this is a global theme when you say about your personal experience about connecting with the trees, and forest is not a competitor kind of things. You brought the topic so, even though it's a very vast actually, but you brought it so close that we can all relate to it when you're trying to tell your story about it. And story has a very lot of emotional role there, and also your human experience touched on it. You know, you season with your human experience on that one, which made it very connection with this one. And some of the vulnerability stories, a bit of vulnerability story you mentioned about in his speech, has a great connections and great reflection to your past on that one. Now, one of the key things which I always say is that, and personally I myself, is that, you know, deepen. That's what I believe. How can you able to polish your speech? Is that deepen your visual connection with setting the scene. Now there is a story for the page, but there's a story for the stage. What I mean by this powerful distinction between story for the page and story for the stage. When you tell a story, when you write a story, you unfold the script. You just tell the script straight away. But when you're trying to bring that into on a stage, you need to be more theatrical kind of thing. Let me give you an example that you mentioned about you had a nature's walk, birds creeping, the sunlights were there, and you got the kind of the raw sand or the land actually there. But if I would have been in your shoes, if I would say the dappling sunlight piercing through the trees' branches, the earthy scent of those area where I used to walk for it. Because that, when you tell those kind of things, you make the person, the audience, to be with you on that one, to not only to report it, just to relive them. Actually, you are setting the scene, you are there with them, and they are with you actually in that one. That will give you a reflection of that. So maybe try in your speech next time. You know, there's a story for the page, there's a story for the stage. The second things which I personally believe is that I don't think you need to use the analogy of Pakistani one and the one of Suprabhatam, because even though I like it actually, I don't see there's a connection there. I mean, maybe try to club them out actually. But other than that, I really like the fascinating story of the tree, and I have learned a lot today actually. I'm sure when I'm going to walk in the woods, definitely I'll go through this kind of analogy. That will be bringing in the mind actually. With that, back to you, Abhishek Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj, for the wonderful evaluation. Now, can I come back with the fourth evaluation? Is connection sorted out? TM Renu Kaushal?
Yes, Abhishek, I hope so. I regret for the inconvenience that I caused. So,
Yeah,
so let's,
yeah, you are pretty good now.
okay.
Now, so Yes, so I have already introduced TM Renu Kaushal. So you can start your evaluation.
Yeah. Okay, my target speaker, Toastmaster Shilpa. Your pathway is effective coaching, and you are pursuing currently level one. So the level one is the objective of level one is to learn the fundamentals of the pathway, and which I could see you have very effectively learned how to write and deliver the speech, and which was quite evident from the effective use of body language and the micro expressions that you were using during your speech. The audience engagement was already also there. Now coming to the purpose of your current speech, the today's speech, I could hear ample use of pauses. The emphasis was created when you use something like bigger and bigger, worth the effort. Some words like those while you were repeating important lines like showing up is 80% of the work, rest will be taken care of. So while you were repeating those phrases, those lines, you were trying to create an emphasis, and that was adding up to your vocal variety. The one recommendation which I have for you is, or I could say it is a kind of a challenge, that if you could like create, I could not feel the like the emotions though that were there with the words, right? I know you have very well lived those moments of 10,000 steps, but still the emphasis wasn't there. If I could give you an example, something like when we sing a song, right? We like the tone of our voice rises and falls down with the emotions, and thereby creating the emotions. Also, we able to connect with the emotion of the lyrics. So I'll just want to like, if I could say, on the scale of 10, I observed that your tone remain almost consistent. That is between 5 and 6, right? But if you could create a more variations with your tone, something like from 2 to 6 or from 2 to 7, which will be able to help you be able to create that emphasis and get the attention of your audience, and they also able to like convey the emotions that you wanted to convey, right? So that is all, but in totality I feel you were able to like achieve the purpose of your today's speech, and I congratulate you for that. Thank you. Looking forward to your future speeches. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Thank you, TM Renu Kaushal, for the wonderful evaluation. Now let's go ahead with our last evaluation. Speech number 6. Our evaluator is our guest, Anna Jurisova. So she is the area director of B3 Slovakia and president of Toastmaster Bratislava. Sorry, I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Okay, if it's bad. And she is with Toastmasters around 15 years. So she will evaluate our speaker TM Samita Kar. Samita is on a screen and timer is also on the screen. Now it's Anna, it's up to you.
Oh, thank you for this suspiciously thorough introduction, as my favorite speakers would say. Why? Because your pronunciation is just good enough, and that's for all of us, also for Samita, because I always learn new words and how to twist them around a bit, and that's why I heard today's in Samita's speech even before I started listening to it, because this is actually my first Pathbreaker ever. Why? Because most of the clubs and I visit don't use this word because it is derived a little bit from the word icebreaker, which is to start something. And then the end of the path or some kind of program or the course, we usually have a closing or wrap-up speech. And pathbreaker, it's very interesting because it means that you are breaking out at the end to start something new. I was thinking about the meaning behind this word, yeah. because it's usually used for icebreaker to start something to break the ice, but to break into something new at the end, it's like with the tree analogy that I heard today, which was fantastic. And from your speech, I so many fantastic elements, like when you are picking fruits from the cake, that what you learn in Toastmasters over the years that you attended, that it's not just about speaking as you thought originally, but it is also about listening and understanding. And the question would be, can you really become a good speaker without those other elements? Because I heard from some new members that we just want to learn to speak here. We don't want to do these other things. Yeah. So those are very interesting elements. And we have a lot of people that you can coach from our division or district. So I am looking forward to some nice cooperation. We even have area directors position empty, so why not for the future? To your speech and how it impacted the audience, because that's what I will be evaluating. I purposely invited some spies to these meetings, two of my guests. They are completely new Toastmasters and they already feel motivated by your motivational strategy pathways. How can it be even better? Because I really enjoy all of those gems, diamonds that you mentioned. How you can argue better with your husband because he is not a Toastmaster, so he is at a great disadvantage. You learn these skills that you never thought you will need, because you discover it and you made great friends that you really care about each other also outside of Toastmaster, and those are really fantastic benefits. What can be done even better? You can mention more details, how you argued with your husband and persuade him to share the cooking sessions with you as a shared experience, and to tell us the story so it can survive outside of Toastmasters. That would be my suggestion for improving this fantastic Pathbreaker.
Thank you, Anna Jurisova, for the nice evaluation. So are now, so we have the session with all the 6 wonderful speakers and all 6 wonderful evaluators. So now the in the next 20 or 18 to 20 minutes, we will have polls. Before that, I would like to invite our timer to share the insights of like how many disqualification are were there. Can you share your screen or timer?
Yeah, 1 second. Are you able to see my screen?
It's coming. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, as you can see on screen. Yeah. For the speakers, everybody is qualified, and for the evaluation, only Toastmaster Manoj didn't qualify because even 4 seconds overboard the time. I'll also be posting these report in the chat, or you guys can go through it. Over to you.
Thank you, timer or evaluator one, timer Rahul, for the short and crisp insights. So while we are preparing for the polls, we will give the link for the polls. We would like to hear some feedback from our guests. So let's start with the in-person meeting. I cannot see. Hello, who are the guests?
You can go to the gallery view and we have some guests there in the offline. Arun,
Okay,
your team, can you say something?
yes. Can we have some feedback from the guests from the in-person meeting? Timer at Arun, your mic is on mute. Can you unmute? Let's hear the feedback.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
let's go one by one. I can see 3 guests. Are those the 3 guests?
Sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Can you share your feedbacks? What was your experience in this meeting?
Uh, Everything is good. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience for the timer.
It's fine, it's fine,
There
it's
is an
fine.
issue in my laptop, but I record all the time taken by the speaker and the evaluator. I will share in the post also.
It's fine, it's fine. We would like to hear your experience, your feedback. What is your wow moment in these meetings? In this meeting, sorry.
For me, nothing. Everything is
Okay,
good.
okay. So, guest Anna, can you share your experience? Hello.
Do you mean online or offline, Anna? Who do you have in the room? I don't know.
No, you. I was
Yeah,
talking about you.
okay, because I am only online at the moment. And my experience with Gabbys Toastmasters, a different Gabbys group, it's always fantastic because I see a lot of driven professionals that we can use and very friendly atmosphere. So this is always something to learn from. And I hear a lot of amazing speeches. So that's something I would like to. That's why I am inviting my friends here, even if it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's really worth the time.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, so we have shared the poll. It's in the message. Yeah, it's a Google form. I am requesting everyone to cast your vote. After that, we will announce the result. So I will now invite our PO to take over and complete the rest of the part. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. I see couple of guests here who is Farshad Kuhia and Lubomira Jelisova. Are these the 2 guests, Anna? Can you confirm? Can you please come on screen and
Yes, those are the 2 guests I invited to
you ask
listen
them
to
to
the
please come on
speeches.
screen and share the experience or give us any valuable feedback if you can improve on anything?
They will be happy to, I hope.
Farshad and okay, I see. I'm extremely sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Please help us understand how to pronounce. Thanks.
It's okay. Thank you. I'm very happy that I can be with you here. I am absolutely new Toastmasters, and this experience is for me very important. And I will be very happy if I will be a guest for you next time. And this meeting was for me interesting because I heard a lot of experience from the members who described their first experience, their improve in their speeches, and I'm sure that it will motivate me in my future speeches and experience. Thank you very much, and fingers crossed for all of you.
Thank you so much. So how do we pronounce your name? I still did not get that. Lubomira.
Lubomira, it's my first name. I'm from Slovakia.
Slovakia. And which Toastmasters club are you from?
We have a club in Bratislava.
Awesome, awesome.
Capital city of Slovakia.
Awesome, awesome. We are delighted to have you here. Thank you for your presence, and we look forward to you in the future meetings also as a guest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And can we have the other guest, Farshad, say something for us, please? Oh, we see Farshad.
Okay, thank you so much. And I appreciate Anna to invite me, for inviting me. I'm invited by Anna, and sorry, it's my first time that I participate in this Toastmasters. And I am also beginner in speaking English, so I'm sorry I can't say anything about your Toastmaster conversations. So because I told you that I am a beginner in English speaking, and it's my first time that I participate in your Toastmaster, and but I enjoyed a lot with all of speech, and I think that I should participate more in your Toastmaster and other Toastmaster to improve my ability to speak in English. And I want to appreciate you, and that's it. Thank you so much. And yes, my name, you spell my name correctly. My name is Farshad, and my surname is Kuhian. Yeah, thank you so much.
Are you also from the same place, Slovakia?
I'm originally Iranian, but yeah, I'm living in Slovakia. I have lived here for 7 years.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining the Gabbys Toastmasters meeting. And we have shared a WhatsApp guest link in the chat box. So you can join that, and we will have all the announcements there in the guest group whenever there is a meeting, and you are very much welcome to join as a guest whenever it is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you.
So is everyone done with the polls? I don't think so. We have, all right. Yes, I see some responses. Since we do not have since we had an icebreaker and a pathbreaker, so we are not going to have any evaluation polls for the speakers, unfortunately. However, we have the evaluation poll results for the evaluator. And any guesses? Okay, and the evaluator, the best evaluator for today goes to Rahul. Congratulations, Rahul. I don't see Rahul in the... Oh, yes, I see Rahul. Congratulations. Well done. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking out your time and coming here, and especially the role takers, the evaluators, for being here. And again, thank you so much, Rahul, for taking up the last minute request to be as the timer, because timer's role is very key in speech marathon. Most important, actually, because they have to have the eye on the specifics all through the meeting for the 2 long hours. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Abhishek, for being a wonderful host, and appreciate Sreehari Acharya as well for being the Zoom moderator in the last minute. I request the offline audience to be more attentive, and I hope you have learned good from the meeting. And we can stop the recording now and discuss further if any.